color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Most of us blacks, or Negroes as he called us, really thought we were free without being aware that in our subconscious, all those chains we thought had been struck off were still there. And there were many ways where what really motivated us was our desire to be loved by the white man. Malcolm meant to lance that sense of inferiority. He knew it would be painful. He knew that people could kill you because of it, but he dared to take that risk.
He was saying something over and above that of any other leader of that day. While the other leaders were begging for entry into the house of their oppressor, he was telling you to build your own house.
Hoo-doo! Hoo-doo! Welcome back to the No PC Show. Trying to see why I don't have my levels. Still testing out this software that YouTube has put out here, and I hope that it is. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. I can only hope that it seems like my microphone is getting some type of feedback here. We apologize for any technical difficulty. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay, technical difficulties. We will continue to work with this new software until we get it exactly the way we want it. Welcome back to the No PC Show, Thursday night edition. We didn't have a show last week, but we are back at it again this week. And one of the things, there's only one thing I really want to talk about this week. If someone's here and they can tell me whether they hear us or not, that would be greatly appreciated. Because this new software is crazy. So, having a discussion. Well, first of all, peace and blessings to our brother Malcolm X. His birthday was on the 19th. And we did want to do a little something for him. But let's just say that this show is going to be in the spirit of Malcolm X and our manhood. Because obviously, we have lost it when we think that the non-equality that we experience here in America is something to be proud of. I'm going to share, well, I'm not going to share my actual screen. I could if I wanted to, but I'll tell you about a discussion that I was having about your freedom in America. And I'm looking for the whole text line. I think it was someone talking about the vaccine and some of the things they want to do in this country. And it got to, the conversation got to about having choices. And I had to address this to one of my buddies, like, you actually believe you have a choice. And that's the illusion that we live under in this country, like you have a real choice. We don't really choose the president. They give you a vote, and then they take the electoral college and they let a crazy person like Donald Trump in. Was that your choice? Even though he only got a third of the votes that Hillary got? Can't be your choice. The illusion is that you have a choice. The illusion is I am doing something for you if I give you a job. But I've already tricked you into spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on an education for a degree that only means something if I say it means something. I can easily say, nigga, you don't get nothing unless you're going to come here, put on these tap dance shoes and do what I say, the way I say. We're not concerned about your legacy and your heritage because we already destroyed that. So what size shoe you wear, nigga? We far beyond playing these games with these people. We're not about to sit up here and have this whole I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. No, we're not. So I don't sit around and say, look, I'm an African American. No, I do not. I'm a black person that happens to be in America, and until the equality comes in, then I won't be African American. Oh, well, look at all the other groups. We're Asian American. We're Polish American. We're Irish American. And you still got your heritage. You still got your country. You still know your history. Still got your language. None of this was taken away from you. Let's not let our kids be deceived with foreigners coming here talking about we're all equal. No, we're not equal. None of us equal. The only ones got treated worse than us was the Indians. And we kind of coincided with them, and they used the Indians against us also. So that 48 acres and a mule that you were supposed to get, that you never got, yeah, that 40 acres and a mule. Your president, Lincoln, in 1862 gave away over 200 million acres of land a year prior to freeing us. So when they made the Indian agreement, they told the Indians, you guys need to give these niggas something because we ain't giving them nothing. And we went along. We said, you know what, this is cool. Let's be free. We're going to go ahead and do our own thing. You know, we're going to build our own town and regulate ourselves and everything. We done messing with you all. Because I always say the only reason we continue to mess with these people is because of economics. Only reason. If we had our own institutions, banks, and things of that nature, we wouldn't mess with them. Period. We walk away and say, you know, I'm cutting my loss. And we wouldn't feel bad about it because we would be like, you enslaved us. You destroyed us. You destroyed our family structures. So we feel obligated to walk away. But then you have these Negroes with this Booker T. Washington approach of let's accept this second class citizenship and, you know, let's just live. You know, let them be in charge. We over here being second class Negroes, we know our place. We ain't trying to build our legacy. We gonna help them to build America. That's the argument we use all the time. We fought in the wars. Every war that was in America, we fought in it. And every war that was in America, we got our butts kicked while we was in the war, serving, and we came back to get our butts kicked even more. We are the people that America fought against in the streets. That president after president ignored for a whole century, giving us Jim Crow, KKK, the white citizenships. I don't care about Democrats or Republicans. It was white people. Let's stop all this game playing and acting like, oh, y'all really did something for us, because there were a few good white people that said, give them something. Just don't give them as much as we got. That's what we're dealing with. So I'm talking to my friend about these vaccines. I'm like, look, I said, why do you have so much faith in our government? If they decide to vaccinate you or track you, you don't have a real choice. One, they already know where you're at. If you got a cell phone, you're already being tracked. Let's stop being ignorant. Two, if you don't get vaccinated, they can just cut off your resources. Okay, you can't have a driver's license. You can't work. Kids can't go to school. You can't have a bank account. They can just do all this ignorant stuff as your government and say it's for the safety of the whole. Now, either it's going to be some underground hide and stuff. It's not going to be like with the flu, where we can say we don't take the flu, and the large majority of the black folks don't take the flu, and we don't get the flu. I haven't taken a shot in 28 years. The only time I got sick was the one time I took the shot, and it was voluntary. No, I would not be volunteering to take the COVID-19 vaccination when they get it. No. Why am I going to take it? No, I don't see that purpose, because you don't have a cure, so you're not about to infect me with something and you don't even have a cure for it. But I can say that all I want. Once your government decides, let's pass these laws and let's make it happen, and you can't eat and you can't drive and you can't do this, what you going to do? So I get the little smart remark. You may not, where it says cold dead hands, brother. Yes, I do. I was telling him about something. Do you know about the FBI showing up at your door and letting you know you don't have any rights? He said, yes, I do. I said, no, I wouldn't say it if it hadn't happened. He says, you may not, and that's the mental food you want to feed yourself. Talking about the things that I say on a constant basis regarding this government, and not putting my faith in a government that constantly keeps black people at the bottom of the cycle. He says, but mine will always press toward liberty and freedom. Yeah, Martin Luther King used to press toward liberty and freedom. And then what was he saying at the end? I think I have walked my people into a burning house. He was unable to continue that speech that he was giving because we had fought and fought forever for human rights. And so now when we felt that we had these human rights, then he said, well, let's go for some equal rights. Let us now be treated on an equal playing field where whatever you get, we get also. Let's not be forced to go over here and fight this war with these people that have nothing to do with us, that have not harmed us in any way, where our real fight is happening right here in the streets of America. Same thing that Ali did. Why would I go over there when my oppressor is right here? Let's not lose focus on who the oppressor is in this country and the way we have to live based upon the rules they have set. It gets very aggravating to me for Negroes to act like it's all gravy. I don't care how much money you make and where you get to live at. The structure still looks at you the same way as they look at your brothers and sisters that they put in even worse situations. And yes, some people have not been responsible enough to do the things that they need to do to get themselves in the right position. I believe that wholly. I believe that this COVID-19 will be the final nail in the coffin of any type of reparations that black folks will ever receive in this country. But they're spending more on this pandemic than it was going to cost them to do us right. But us, this pandemic says this is money and this is money. And I'll share another line that he said. He said, there is no middle ground between working with the oppressor and laying down. And I said, he said, there's middle ground between working with the oppressor and laying down. I said, no, there is no middle ground, only even ground. We're not interested in working with an oppressor whose mission is to continue to oppress us. That's not what we're interested in. We went so long with that with Martin Luther King, and Malcolm was constantly telling us to build our own house, build our own structure. A lot of things that he was saying 50-some years ago are still relevant to this day. We can't go a half a century and still be in the same position and be happy because the white man gave me a job. The white man treated me good. Okay, I'm going to think like the white man. I'm going to say, yeah, you niggas need to do this and do this and do this. Don't nobody want to hear that Uncle Tom type of shit. We tired of it. At least I am. And then he finally says, they will never even with these fools in charge. I said, and when he was referring back to when I said there's only even ground. So if we already know this person is not interested in making it even for you or the possibility even for you, then your mindset has to change. In 1983, my teacher, Mr. Phillips, says, Mr. Robinson, why would they do anything to uplift you? They are already in control. The people in control just want to stay in control. Screw you. This was right before Harold Washington got elected. He said, do you know who Harold Washington is? I said, no. He said, we've been working for 6 years. And yes, we had to work with these white people and these Jewish people and these Hispanic people. We had to put on the front of a coalition. But that was the only way we were going to get somebody in front that was going to put our needs in front and look out for us first. And we understand that. But we got people now that are in different parts of the government that don't speak up for us, don't care about us if we're going to be first, selling our land. Gentrification is running wild, and people want to act like this is cool. It's happening throughout America. Harlem is not black Harlem no more. It's white Harlem. Spike Lee came on the radio and said, look, y'all in Chicago, y'all better be careful because the same thing that happened in New York is going to happen in Chicago. It's already happening. It's happening across the United States of America. Places that we lived in that were slums because they would not invest anything into it are now beautiful oases. Here in Chicago, the lakefront. Oh, it's beautiful now. We've torn down all the projects. We got rid of all these people. Now we can play Frisbee with our dog. We can enjoy the lakefront. We've made it almost impossible for you to come down here unless you want to pay to park and be a part of this. Diversity in most corporations is bullshit. But what can we do? We're trapped. We're still enslaved. You think because you go somewhere and have a few drinks with your white friend or travel with your white friend, that means any damn thing? I got white friends too, but you can't be my friend if I can't speak this that I feel, that's in my heart. Then screw you. You're not my friend because I know some of the people you're around. You may not be a racist, but maybe your uncle is. Maybe your granddaddy is. Racism is not a black problem. Racism is a white problem that has been forced upon us. And excuse me. And it's wrong. But we're so used to living in this situation under our oppressor. And as long as sorry. And as long as things look good for me, individually, and I tell people all the time, they don't care about individual success because that doesn't uplift the people. Their success is group because they run the government, they run the legal system, they run the corporations. Well, other groups go and work for them and so and so. Yeah, and then they take the money back to their community. And they open up shops in your community. But how often do you go to white communities and see black shops? Rarely ever. How many black shops can say, White folks come in here and support all the time. Rarely ever. So don't feed me that this is middle ground crap. This is how we work with them crap. I'm getting upset with us just as well as I don't really care about them. I know what their program is. But I don't want anybody espousing to me bull crap about working with the oppressor. The oppressor is not trying to work with you in any way or any fashion. And that's just the bottom line. So we can save that. I'd rather be in the mindset of Malcolm saying, build your own. Because we can't complain as long as we're in their house. That's like you live with somebody and you're going to complain about the stuff that they do. You need to shut up because you're still in their house. And until you get out their house, you need to shut up. This COVID-19 has brought to the forefront the destruction of that has been the infrastructure that has been put in place for us. So structural racism and the effects that it had on us throughout the years, and now it has manifested itself in a major way because we don't have access to the resources. A lot of us have bad health conditions that become contributing things that will push you further along, maybe to your death, in black communities. And they brought it up. We're dying at a crazy number. We're only 13% of the population. How are we 42% of the deaths? I'm not believing in no conspiracy or this was built in a lab, and I don't give a damn where it came from. It's here. Your president did not act in a timely fashion. He got his monkey ass on TV constantly with, oh, it's going to be great. Don't worry. We got it. And all you yahoos that voted for him should be ashamed of yourself. But you'll probably vote for him again because your God is money. He was making you money. He was saying, don't worry. Roll with me. You're going to get paid. Screw everybody. This is how this man operates. If you want to know Donald Trump, just read the 48 Laws of Power. This is the way he operates. He's showing you the full power of the presidency of how ignorant you can be as a white man in America and still have millions following you right off the cliff. He's just looking for somebody now to blame. I'm going to blame China. I'm going to blame the World Health Organization. When last year, back in September, the World Health Organization was speaking about this, saying that was a possible thing. Well, I'm going to blame Obama. Well, if you go back and look, Obama and his administration were putting things in place for a pandemic. This was after the Ebola crisis and everything. Putting money and things together. And what does Trump do? They disband that. They get rid of that. Now you got them threatening not to give money to the World Health Organization because I'm going to point the finger at them. I'm going to point the finger at China. Now, point the finger at the white businessmen that were traveling to China and left China and traveled to Europe and came back here to America. Those are the ones that brought it here. Not so much the Chinese, but white businessmen traveling abroad, making deals, selling our country. Shit, Africa in a few years is probably going to be a Chinese country. Because America thinks they're slick. We divested ourselves from Africa, maybe I'll say 10 years ago. And said, well, let somebody else come in and rape and pillage. So now you got over, I think they said over 1 million Chinese in Africa. Continuing to take from the resources. So our legacy and everything that was built is still being raped years later. But let's be happy. Let's just join the team. If we join the team, we gonna be all good. Yes, sir, master. What you saying is the right thing for me. I just want my individual things. I want to drink my wine and smoke my blunts and everything. And I'm cool with you, master. Yeah, you right. These niggas is crazy. It's sad. And I'm tired of it. And I want to hear no Negroes. We's Americans. Okay, you tell me what's so great about America. Where's your legacy? Where's your other language? What's the condition of your people? Why are we even paying for education in America? That's the first thing that we should always address. Murdered, killed, destroyed because we wanted to read. Yet I can convince you to spend $200,000 on the education that puts you in a bigger bind that now you got to come to me to help you pay it. And I'm only gonna help you if you're a good nigga. I don't help bad niggas. I don't help niggas that kneel. I don't help niggas that sing "We Shall Overcome." I don't help niggas that say the white man is wrong. These not the niggas I'm trying to help. We help good niggas, Bojangle niggas, niggas that's gonna be like Candace and spew our dirt and accept the shit we putting down. Because we didn't taught y'all. I got a line in the poem they want me to be a nigga. And it says, self-destruction taught by the destructional teacher. We on the field and they in the bleachers. This behavior you see a lot is taught. We've been taught and trained over years. Because if you take everything away from a people, you take away their culture, their heritage, their language, their God, their understanding, now you get to reprogram them. That's what the whole Willie Lynch thing was about. The reprogramming of Negroes who will program new Negroes. So I destroy the man in front of the woman, unless he's an Uncle Tom type Negro. He will be destroyed in front of the woman. She will learn that I am her God. And she will raise her kids out of fear because she's seen you get destroyed. And she will raise these children in a manner that allows her in her conscience and in her heart that she is protecting her kids. And we all do it. We want to protect our kids. We put them in these schools and these systems that are basically going to destroy them, but we have no other choice because we have no other institutions or culture or anything else to give them. Just like a lot of men don't have anything to give their women. So why wouldn't she not go work with this man? He's paying her. He's putting her in the front. It's crazy. And sometimes it sounds crazy when people repeat it back to you because I'm sitting in my living room. I'm cool. My life is good. I got me a nice Mercedes. And, I travel when I want to. My bank account's straight. Shit. My immediate family is straight. What the hell I give a damn about? Screw all these niggas. I ain't got time for that. King is dead. Huey is dead. The Black Panther Party is dead. Malcolm's dead. Edgar's dead. Du Bois is dead. Booker T. Washington is dead. Anybody that stands up for black people, that's part of the prescription that you will die. Now, Du Bois wasn't assassinated or anything like Malcolm or King, but it was awfully strange that as soon as Malcolm and King started having some type of dialogue, things got crazy, and they were both dead within 3 years of each other. So I tell people, Malcolm had a message, King had a message. They seem opposite, but still ended up in the same conclusion. There's a sickness in this country, and it's called the illusion of inclusion. You can be deceived if you want to. I ain't got time for it. Love, peace, soul. We out of here.
Now if your woman ain't no revolutionary, she'll persuade you to be a fucking slave for the rest of your days. She'll be grooming you on how to behave, teaching you how to coon and buck dance so that you can be safe. about the time that you invest in him. If he's wearing them skinny jeans, you a lesbian. For every 100 black women who ain't locked up, it's only 83 black men remain. Take away 1.5 million black men who might have benefited their women and their children. You don't know a war when it's waged against you, when it makes you drive your baby mama to the clinic just to kill your own. Ain't no legacy to leave behind, cause ain't nobody sitting on your throne. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga. Sandra Bland was a rider. She wouldn't have committed suicide, and you a motherfucking liar. It would not be wise to stop when you hear sirens and you see the police behind you, but you don't wanna die. They gon' shoot you if you run. They gon' say that you was going for the police gun. That's why they shot you like 120 times, but you was still coming, so they put another bullet in your lung. Them devils got you praying while they murder, because they know you on that bullshit. They steady with them bull clips and body armor. They kill your women in the street, cause they figure you too weak to do anything about it. You some shit, getting fucked in your sleep. They poison you every time you brush your teeth. You don't care, you behave like a slave. A bitch from the cradle to the grave, on your knees with your hands out, begging cause you want to. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga.
Straight bullshit, and you full of shit. Full of straight shit.
Freedom or death, nigga. Fuck that.
That's all it is.
Freedom or death, nigga.
If you just listen. I was trying to say I'm fucking teaching.
Freedom or death, nigga.
Are you fucking serious?
Freedom or death, nigga.
We go to court. Ooh, I can't
Freedom or death,
wait.
nigga.
Go to court. I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait. Want to sit down now? That make you feel better about yourself? Nah, that make you feel better about yourself? That make you feel real good, won't it? Fucking pussy. You gonna tell your nigga you doing all this. The little ass prayer that you say, my God, they must have.
You were getting a warning. Until now, you're going to jail.
I'm getting it. For what?